Hi, I'm Holly Flores. I am a Mexican-American student at Oklahoma State University, and this is my elevated story. At the outset of undergrad, what I wanted to do at the time, it was both my love, keep dancing, and I don't know that I really believed that I could pursue medicine until halfway through college. So I started out as a dance science major, and it wasn't until later on in college that I switched to be a biology major. And when I think about why, I think it has to do with the fact that I was not confident that I could do pre-med, that I could apply to medical school. So I wanted to have a dance degree and then later switched and committed and said, no, I need to study, I need to major in biology. I kept my dance minor. And then I fully pursued medicine after that. When I was a senior in college, that's when I realized going straight into medical school was not going to happen. And I had a hard time accepting that. But looking back on that now, I mean, that was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. So it's funny in retrospect, um, thinking that it meant my chances were over and that a career in medicine would not happen, because that obviously is not the case. Instead, I was recruited by this consulting firm in Houston. So within the first year of working there, I got my first promotion and I got a little bit more ownership of my clients. I got to do a little more, learned a lot about leadership, and realized that the kind of soft skills you build when you're working for a company, those kind of real world experiences, are really hard to teach in a classroom. And I would not have been shaped into the kind of leader I am or the kind of person I am without that experience. Hard truth to realize was that financial aid for medical students is almost all student loans. There are not that many scholarships. There are not that many scholarships out there, and I don't know if you would ever find one that would be, $50,000 a year kind of scholarship. So and I'm doing this all by myself. I am making my own way, but yes, it is student loans, and realizing that in residency, I didn't know this before, but in residency, that interest just accrues. But when you're a resident, you aren't making what a attending physician makes. You're still making a resident salary. And just to let you know, that salary is actually sometimes less than what I made as an entry level employee as a 22-year-old at a company. So that interest will accrue. And it's something I was willing to sacrifice, obviously, something I was willing to take on. And I had to find ways to live a different lifestyle, just live like a med student, as they say. That lifestyle is not the same as your peers usually. Your peers at this point, mine have been working for many years, have families, they've settled down, they have gotten returns on their investment. Sometimes they're taking vacations. Um, I I have accepted that is not what living like a med student is like. I mean, I do think med students should take breaks and they deserve vacations, but it doesn't look the same, right? It's not the same lifestyle. It's budgeting everything. I just have a budget every month and I try to stick to that. And I'm very aware of what I'm getting in my annual student loans and what I can spend that month to make it all last the full year. I could describe my journey thus far in medical school, it would be the word whirlwind. And that word came to mind because I just can't believe it's already been 2 years. I have learned so much more than I thought I could have in this amount of time. I have met so many new friends and adjusted to a new life. I mean, I moved to a whole different city. I didn't know anyone in Tulsa. And I can't believe that I have made a home here and that I have learned what I have and been capable of doing the things that I am now. And I'm amazed at and really hopeful for what I can learn in the next 2 years too. But yeah, so far it has been a whirlwind. Um, Going from a stranger to within the first month, my peers voted me to be their vice president. That was a huge honor. I made so many new friends, like I mentioned, and can't believe, and I'm still so happy that I was chosen for ElevateMeD, and can't believe this all happened in 2 years.